friends. Y'all, welcome in. Hello, hello. How is everyone doing? Oh. Frosty the Snowman. Hello guys, welcome in. So we are in an event today, and I keep on dropping what I'm going to be working on. Thank you. I appreciate you, my friend. Thank you, Miss Wendy, for hosting these events and for allowing me to be part of them. I really do appreciate it. So, we are in the Frosty the Snowman event, hosted by Wendy from Dusty Granny's event group. So make sure that you are part of this free event group. It is an awesome group. She does all kinds of events. Everything from, your traditional craft events, journaling events, mystery box events, which I love. So definitely make sure that you are following her and checking her out. And yeah, let's get rolling. Let's see what we got. Okay. So, I am going to be using something. Thank you, Miss Michelle, for sending me out into the universe. I appreciate you too. So we will be using, let me put you guys over here so you can see what my camera's all wonky. So we are going to be using these little boxes that I got from the Dollar Tree. They are 5 by 5, and I think these are going to be really cool. Hey, Miss Mary, how are you? And we're going to turn them into a journal, okay? So I've already done a few here, and that I've already taken, and I've attached them and got them started to be, you see, a cute little journal with the different boxes. And they have, like, I think it's 3 or 4 different sets with different images. So I have this one. I have a Santa Claus one that I've started. I have this one, which is kind of gingerbread themed, that I've started. And then I still have several more that I'll be working on. But we'll be working with our red and green today. I thought that would look really cool. I am doing well, thank you. Yeah, so it's been a good weekend. Hopefully everybody had a blessed Thanksgiving. Hi there, Miss Shanta. So, typical the boxes. These are the covers. And this would be the bottom white part that would tuck inside. Don't throw these away because you can use these as well, okay? But we're going to be using the decorated ones, okay? That's what we're going to be using today. And I want to show you guys how I do this. So I start by looking at what I've got, and I really like more the dots than the blue stripes here. So I know that I'll be eliminating that. First thing we're going to do is we're going to open these up. Thank you, Miss Glenna. I hope everybody's having a blessed Saturday. It's just a calm day for us. I'll be going tomorrow. I'll be driving my son back to base up in North Carolina. So that's gonna be something right there. But yeah, just having a blessed day. So this is what it looks when it's opened up, okay? And that's where we gotta get to with both of these. again, save the white ones because those are also great blank bases, okay? These are great blank bases. And so you're just going to take them apart, you know, trying your best not to like super tear them apart, but just enough that we can, you know, glue them. So, and here's the other part, okay? So, I do want I want him to be my cover, so he will be my back, but I want this to be the visible, so this is actually going to go on top, okay? And it's going to cover up this, alright? So we're going to start by gluing that. And I went to Michael's, oh my gosh, that was just a nightmare. And I picked up this Turbo Tacky Glue by Aleene's. We're gonna see how this works. It's snowing. Where's it snowing? Miss Glenna, don't tell me it's snowing up in North Carolina, because that's not gonna be fun. Well, I could if I could get this open. Hey there, Miss Amy. How are you, dear? Oh, okay, it is open. Oh, Indiana. Okay, good. I was about to say, please don't tell me it's raining up that way, because not that I haven't driven in snow, I just prefer not to. Well, we get more ice down this way than snow, but yeah. Well, you be safe, because, you know, I mean, at least it sounds like you're gonna have a white Christmas, right? And I guess that's a good thing, if we think about it. It's snowing in Minnesota too. See, y'all got the snow. Ugh, the one thing I detest about glue. It also doesn't help how cold it is over here in my room. So, in Wisconsin too. Jeepers. Yeah, y'all are definitely gonna have that. No, I'm grateful. I hope it does not come this far south. Because every time it has, these people down here don't know how to act with the snow. Okay. So let's see how this thing works. Again, this is a new glue to me, so we're going to see how it does. I think I do need to snip the top off, though. How far down am I supposed to cut? Oh, there we go. It snowed last night in Nebraska. That's, like I said, that's one of the things that I'm very grateful that I lived this far south. The other thing is, before we go to gluing, so this is almost 2 inches wide. If you want this to be any smaller, this is when you need to cut it, okay? Which I do. I do not want it to be 2 inches wide. So I am going to trim this down. And we're going to trim it down. Yes, of course. Go check on things. I am going to trim it down to 1 inch. Because I think that is more than enough for a spine. Okay. I'm going to do the same on this side, because remember, this is the side that we'll be gluing. So again, make sure that I trim this side down as well. So hopefully you guys had a blessed Thanksgiving. You guys are staying warm wherever you are. And all the things. You don't like snow. Whenever we retire, you're moving either south or west. Now you gotta be careful where you go west, because they still have snow west. So I got you, Miss Gorna. No, that is one thing that I will say I am very grateful for. Being here in the south is that honestly, we don't really have to worry about that part. Okay, so we're going to take, again, this is going to be my front cover, so this is my back cover, and I've decided that this is what I want my spine to look like, so we're going to put it and lay it on top. Okay. Now let's see, this thing is supposed to dry really quick. You do like the snow, Miss Ruby? I mean, there's nothing wrong with the snow. I don't know, the cold, I don't like the cold. I guess I personally don't have an issue with snow, I just don't like the cold. But you have to have cold to have snow. How are you doing, cultivating keepsakes? Okay, now, I do not need, obviously, the rest of these flaps, okay? So I'm going to trim them off. And this part I'm just going to do with a regular pair of scissors, okay? And you can see where the fold is, so we're just going to trim all of this up, okay? How are you doing, Miss Alicia? I am doing well today. It has been a really good break for us. Yes, I had to do a lot of driving, but I got to go and get my son from where he's stationed, and he could come and spend the long weekend with us. Got to get him back tomorrow, though. He has to be back on base, so he has to be back on base by 8. He just told me. I'm glad to hear that you are doing well. Now, even though you're trimming all of these pieces up, do not get rid of them, because they're great to use inside for pockets. You can use them for, what do you call those things? Belly bands, tucks, all kinds of stuff, okay? So, do not get rid of them. So, I'm not telling you guys to go out and buy the boxes. You get 5 in each set. But if you have leftover boxes from Christmas time that you want to reuse, or from any other time that you get a gift in a box that you like, you can use these. Hi there, Miss Tracy. Okay. So, obviously right now, I would not use any of the blue because there's no blue in my theme, but I'll keep these other scraps just in case if I want them, okay? Alright, so let's look at this, make sure that we're all where we need to be. Looks like I'm going to need to add a little bit more glue. Yeah, I know, and I'm so grateful because, you know, this holiday season, we don't know what the next ones will bring, right? We don't know what the next ones will bring when he gets stationed overseas. We don't know if he'll be able to travel back or anything. So I'm very grateful that we did get to have this time with him. Just because, I mean, you never know. You really, really never know what may happen, right? Okay. So again, last night we watched A Snowman, was in the movie, wasn't Frosty the Snowman, but my hubby was downloading all those movies for me to watch because I gotta watch them every year. I just got to. Cannot not watch them. Okay. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? So I'm debating if I want to put this blue snowman one on the inside. Just to like, but because everything else is gonna be red and green, so I don't know if I should do that fabric or not. But it's really the only snowman-y one that I have, so I'm not sure what you guys think. Hey there, Miss Michelle, how are you, sweetie? Hello, Miss Tracy, Miss Eden, welcome in everybody. What do you guys think? Should I use this fabric on the inside even though everything is going to be the red and green theme? What are your guys' thoughts on that one? So we're gonna grab, so this is a new paper pad that I picked up this year. And I do want to use some of these images in here. I just gotta make sure we grab the right ones, the ones that fit the theme. Okay, so there's a snowman, so we'll grab him. That's more pink than anything else. There's some more snowmen, so we'll grab that one. Some presents, red and green, that'll work. It's got brown in it, so we'll leave it out. Nah, truck doesn't really fit. And let's see, that truck's on brown. I don't like those. That snowman would work. Yeah, I think that snowman will work. We'll use it. Those snowmen are on brown, so I don't want to use that. And then this one has got holly. That will work. Okay. Alright, so we've got those. So we need to make sure that they're going to fit. So that will require some trimming of these. And I'm going to show you guys how to attach. What do you do when you have pages that don't that are like single, okay, where you cannot fold them because they'll be too small? So we're gonna work on that part. Right now I'm just gonna grab and take the white off of these. I'm also gonna go grab my 12 by 12s and try to use some of those as well. No, this does have browns in it, but okay, we'll figure it out because it does have all the snowmen on it, so I do want that. I'm not a fan of the brown part though. Alright, and let's put that over there, and we'll pull these two little cards out because these will fit, or at least the snowman does fit our motif here. Okay. Ah, that was a very not good job, whatever, we'll work with it. Okay. So, we need to figure out, right, our measurements from our spine to our edge. And remember, we always want to make sure that we have a little bit left of a gap. So you always want to have a little border left around your paper, all right, because that makes it look nice and neat. So that means that we are going to need to measure. So we are going to need these to be cut at right there, 4 and what is that, half, the next half after that. Lord knows I don't know what that measurement is right there, but I will mark it. And then the height that we're going to need of how tall this is supposed to be is going to be this, we're going to cut them down to the same length all around, because it is a square, so that makes sense. So I'm going to make my marks so I can trim. Wait a second now. A smidge. You know, the one thing I hate about trying to do anything is trying to measure, because I am not good measuring. Okay? If you know me, I tend to eyeball everything. So when you ask me to come in and measure, that's not gonna be good. That's not gonna be good. So let's see if we can get these trimmed down. And again, always save your scraps, because you never know. So we're right at 4 3/4 with those marks. So I'm going to do the rest of them at 4 3/4 to be the same. And then try to make sure that you're making sure that your direction is right when you're cutting. In this case, it's not that big of a problem because it is a perfect square that you're cutting. But if you were to cut length being, you know, your height being more than your length, you're going to want to make sure that you're making that your directions are going where they need to go, okay? Definitely don't want to goof that up. And again, save all of your strips. You never waste paper. For one, it's too expensive. For two, they cut down trees for it, so you gotta save the trees. Alright. Okay. Let me grab, because we're going to need more paper than that. So let me grab some of my 12 by 12s for us to use and add some more to these. And I have a box that is labeled green and red Christmas. So that makes it easy to find the things that I want. Oh, look, here's some more short ones, which would look really cute because they're very playful. Let's see, what else do we have in here? Got the holly one. So, I do have my paper sorted. I do like to take it out of when they come in the packs, I do like to separate them and then separate them into the different themes that I have. It just works for me. It works better for me that way. You have to, you know, if you ever ask me like what should you do organizational, you gotta do what works for you. I'm always gonna say that. You have to do what works for you. And find what it is that'll work for you, you know, and how you want that. We got some stripes. Oh, I got all the colors over here. Some red and white ornaments. Oh yeah, 'tis the season. Oh. I already got the snowman one. So, hello there, Miss Steph. How are you, friend? Thank you for popping in. I appreciate you, dear. We're just playing with paper. My favorite thing to do. It's my favorite thing to do. Now these ones are single-sided cardstock. I'm fine with that. They'll just give you more areas to more area to write or decorate, whatever it is that you need to do. And then the other thing that you're going to need for this is going to be washi tape. Okay? So you're going to have to find a washi tape that you like, that maybe matches the color scheme that you're using. And that's what you're going to be we'll be using it to make our binding. And I'll show you guys what I mean in a second. So if you ever wondered what you could use washi tape for, we're gonna see it here in a sec. I may have grabbed maybe too many papers, but I'd rather have too many than not enough. Hey, I still need to see my ruler. so this is where the fun part starts. We get to attach things, or well, pair them up. So let's pair up our pages. Like what we want to go with what. Okay. So let's see. I would say that this green dark holly would go go good with this right here. So that's gonna be one piece. Okay. This one here that has like the bluish tone to it. Yeah. I do kind of like that with it. So that's going to be another one. Let's see. These presents. With I think we want to do it with that. Presents with the globes. And I do like the idea of having this with 'Tis the Season. So we'll do those. And then out of here, let's pair those ones and those ones. So I actually had enough because I was able to make all my pairs. So that was good. Okay, now that I have my pairs, this is where my washi tape comes to play. And why? That's not gonna work. That's too dark of a washi. Let's see if this one will work because it's not as wide as the other one was. So you're going to bring your pages together and we're going to build our signatures by making the folios. So many times we have the issues that we have these single pages that are not in a folio format. Folio format meaning that they don't have that connected page to them. So we have to create it. I would hope not. I would hope that there isn't one, Miss Alicia. Okay. And then I want to make sure that you varnish that really good. And trim it. Okay. And now, look at what we did. We took 2 pages and we have created now. I wish. Yeah, right. I'm not gonna come clean. I barely am able to get keep my house clean, sweetie. So now we have a folio. And we're gonna do that with all of these. With all of these that we've paired up. Okay? I'm actually gonna flip this one around. And Now, if you want to come through the live and clean my house, you are more than welcome to. But I am not good with that. So with this one, all I did was I flipped my designs so that I have design white, but still I have created that folio that I need so I can sew in my signature. And I'm using washi tape, something that most of us tend to have. And many times we're like, what the heck do I do with it? Well, this is something you do with it when you have pages you want to use. But they are not in the format that is beneficial for you to sew. You make them that way. Okay. Make sure that you varnish your tape, okay, so that you get it good and adhered. That would be so helpful. Okay, so again, we have created another little folio there. And then we'll get to add all of these, and we'll get to sew them into our journal. Okay? How are you, Miss Glenna? I was like, what in the world? It was the wind. The wind and all these leaves. Yeah, we have these massive oak trees in our yard. Oh, the amount of leaves that they give off every year. And acorns. You're watching a Christmas movie? I watched my Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer last night. Yeah, and hubby downloaded the rest of my movies for me because I was upset that on Prime I had to pay for, you know, Santa Claus is Coming to Town, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, The Grinch. I was like, no, I'm not paying for them. So hubby was like, I can download them. So that's what we watched them. Oh, we watched Rudolph. Get to watch the rest of them later. He also downloaded Charlie Brown's Christmas. Like, there's all these classics that are, you know, Frosty the Snowman. Like, you know, our theme is for today. It's all frosty. So, yeah. Gotta love those good old movies, you know? They always taught you lessons, you know? See, there's our little Frosty. There's our Frosty. Frosty, Frosty, Frosty. Frosty the Snowman. So yeah, use your washi, turn your papers into the folios you want for the projects that you are creating. So I have seen the big ones. Yes, I have. I normally don't pick them up, but I have seen them. I mean, unless somebody asks me particularly for something, I normally just get the traditional golden books. But I have seen the big ones. And those ones are easy to take apart as well. They're slightly different than the ones that we normally do take apart, but it is still the same concept. I've taken other hard books apart, and you would use that idea of you come in and because they'll have the first page will be attached, so you'll have to come and you'll have to slice right there, and then this will pop up, so you'll have to slice on the back side, and then the whole thing will come out. And those ones are glued, so you'll have to heat it and take it apart. You did? So yeah, they're really cool. Like I said, I think at this point I have taken apart every type of binding that there is. Yeah. I know it's bad. So wanting to open, so we'll have this, we'll have green, we'll have, what will we have after that? What will we have after green? Let me see. We'll do some red, and then either way it goes, these ones are going to be, that's good. Like I said, they are a lot of fun to work with, and as far as like how to take them apart, it's pretty easy. But I love just like the stories in general. So I guess we're gonna go white at this point. We'll go white, and then we'll do green, and then we'll do this one here. So this is gonna be my signature right here. Okay, so this will be one of my signatures. And even at an inch, this is still pretty large. So let's actually tone this. Let's half this. And let's add some, what do you call those things? Let me get some book pages in between here. That's what I need to get. I need to get some book pages in between there. With all my coughing, it was after 3 a.m. before you passed out. I'm so sorry, dear. Yeah, just definitely not. It's hard. It's hard for you to rest with all, you know, and I heard you yesterday when you sent me that, the voice clip. I was like, geez Louise, woman. It's like, you need to rest. And I was like, it's like, you don't sound good. I was like, you don't sound good at all, hun. Okay. So let's trim these down. Where did my trimmer go to? Well, honestly, a dry cough is better than a wet cough because a wet cough can go into your lungs, and that's not good. So, I mean, I would take a wet cough. You know, I mean, I would take the dry cough, not the wet cough. Yeah, because there's wet coughs. Well, that'll get in your lungs. That'll give you pneumonia. You definitely don't want that. That's a That's a big hard nope. So you keep your dry cough. It'll pass. I know it's aggravating, but it'll pass, which is the biggest thing, right? Is knowing that it'll get better. Okay, it'll get better. Now I have this paper that I had stamped and it's got some snowmen in it, so I'm gonna give myself some of this to add in here as well. And this is where I said you gotta pay attention for directionality. Because if I need it to be like this, then I need to calculate. And this is why I double check myself, because if not, I'm going to end up with upside down snowman, and that's not the idea. I don't want upside down snowman. I want my snowman to be visible. Okay, so now I have 2 strips of this. Now I just have to cut it down to, what was it again? 9.5? Yes, 9.5. Trim these ones down to 9.5. Again, save all of that because we can use all of it. And you can kind of see where I stamped the images in the back there. And here's some book page to add into there as well. Ah, I know, right? I was trying my best that he wouldn't be upside down, because that would not be fun. All right, so in between my papers here, I'm going to add one of these items like that. So that's going to give us now scrapbook paper. We'll have this, a book page, and more place to write, and then scrapbook paper again. Okay, so that'll be one of the folios. We'll come in here. And we'll switch it up. We'll put words first. Blank. We'll do blank again. And then maybe we're gonna switch it up. And I'm gonna put that one there, that one there, that one there. I don't know. Let's see what that looks like. So we've got red, words, green, white, yeah, white again. I don't like that. I do not like that. So we're gonna swap it like that. Yeah, that's better. Okay. I like that. I like that better. So that's 2 little signatures for us to sew in. What else can we add to this? Of course, again, if you have music sheets, you can add that as well. This will be fun to add. So this is actually vellum. So let's trim up some vellum. Let's add some vellum in here. I think that was gonna look really fun. And then 4 3/4. So let's add some vellum in one of these ones. Maybe not that one. Maybe over here. And this is the Christmas vellum, so it has like the little snowflakes and such. Like, see, you can see it there. So I think that's pretty cool to use. And you know what? How would this look if we add this up front here? Well, that actually looks kind of cool. I think that looks pretty cool there. So we'll add that to the front here. And I think the last I saw was like their Christmas paper stuff was 50% off at Michael's. Yeah, I think it was 50% off at Michael's. So yeah, so that would be pretty cool if you want to pick some of that up to add into your journals. Yes, you can use it. It is some really cool vellum. I love that it has the design, you know, the little snowflakes on them. I think it's really cool. So yeah, definitely if you can pick some up. It does come, at least this one, the white one, comes in a 12 by 12. But if you can pick it up, again, it is a cool one to have. So I would say if you could pick it up, I think that actually looks really cool right there. Do I have it? I have it on the wrong side. But yeah, it's got like little snowflakes on it, so it is pretty darn cool. They do have some vellums that go with the paper packs, but this one is just like a standard white frosted with snowflakes on it. And so there's different designs. I think that looks pretty cool right there on the outside. So that'll be the outside of one of them. I'm gonna go back and forth with this till I find how I like it best, which is fine, you know. I mean, I would say that even sewing something in is not permanent because you could technically take it apart. It's just a pain in to do that. So again, I'm not sure that the snowman fabric that I got is actually the one I want to use, because see, it's blue background and everything we've done is red and green, so I don't think it really matches. But there are, I don't know, I think I might still go with it because the snowmen are dressed up in red and green. What do you guys think? What do you guys think? If we go from here, you'd open it up to that, and then here would be your signature. Is it too much of a difference? Should I just look for something that is green and red? What do you guys think about that? Thank you, Miss Wendy, for having me. I really appreciate it. You guys make sure that you stay on because I am only the second presenter. We have a day filled with presenters bringing you all kinds of Frosty the Snowman items. So stick around to get your fill of your snowman today. So super cool. I did really like that idea for sure. But yeah, I don't know. I think this is just throwing it off. So I'm going to have to find something that'll have a fabric that has red and green in it and not that color right there. And that way I can sew these in. And this will be a cute little journal. You can add you know, as much as you want to a journal like this. Again, you can leave this to 2 inches, or you can cut it down even more. This is 1 inch, which is half of the size of the side of the box. You can go smaller and do only 1 signature. This will be perfect for the 2 signatures, because they will, you know, once you start adding pockets and stuff, they'll start to get bulky on you. But that's a cute little, think about it, it's a cute little gift that you can give to somebody. And there is our snowman, and he's telling us to be merry and to enjoy the holiday season. So make sure that you do go watch Frosty the Snowman. Have lots of fun today. Go watch everybody else. Thank you so much for being here. I love you guys. Have a blessed weekend, and I hope to see you guys very, very soon. Ciao!